Good morning, everybody. It looks like there's a headlight that just came out of Steamboat Slough. Now there was Krispy Kreme at the starting line, and I'm wondering if there's Krispy Kreme at the finish line. Or coffee. It's a big crowd here. Yeah, I'll just sit, thank you. If the tracker is telling the truth, we're going to have a winner for the 5th time in the last 6 years, and it's somebody from right here in Bethel, Alaska. It wasn't a wire-to-wire finish, but Pete grabbed the lead on the Whitefish Loop yesterday afternoon and did not relinquish that lead, although he had a couple teams in front of him who had not finished their complete 6-hour mandatory rest. But when 9-time champ Jeff King had to stop in Calskag coming down for 1 hour, Pete blew through the checkpoint, and for the last 100 miles coming in here, his only competition was his really good friend Richie Deal from Antioch and his other really good friend Matt Taylor from Willow. They both arrived into Tulaksak at midnight and just a little after, right on Pete's heels, but the last 50 miles, he was pretty much untouched. And here he rolls into the finisher chute. Your 5-time Iditarod champion, Kuskokwim 300 champion, last year's Iditarod champion, Pete Kaiser of Bethel, Alaska.
Got some frost around his ruff there. His wife Bethany, his daughter, and his. Probably not much sleep. See if we could. It was like they could just.
Hey man.
Probably.
Good job.
Just having his dad Ron Kaiser, of course, Ron finished from the 150 this year, second. So this is your 5th win in the last 6 years. Everybody wants to know, how are you able to pull that off this year?
I don't know. This is just a really good dog team, and we've learned a few things over the years and tried to get better every year. But yeah, kind of was thinking about that today too, or last night. This is just a really special dog team. I think they're above and beyond what most people get to drive, and I'm very lucky and privileged to be able to drive them.
What's special about them?
They're just they're perfect for this type of race, and we have a really good bond with them, and it's just world-class athletes, and lucky to get to stand on the run.
How old are they? I'm sure you have some veterans and some young ones too.
Yeah, most of them are 4 and 5. There's one 8-year-old and there are two 2-year-olds, so mostly 4 and 5.
Now you have a leader, Palmer, who was instrumental in your team for many years. Your dad ran him in the Bogus Creek 150 and took 2nd place. Do you have another leader who's kind of stepped in to take Palmer's role? Palmer's 8, right?
Yeah, there's Lucy's been around for a few years now, and actually this black one on the left is Palmer's daughter, so that's kind of come full circle, and now she's winning the Kuskokwim League, so pretty cool.
You're also the reigning Iditarod champion. Are some of these dogs from that team?
Yeah, most of them. I took 3 new ones to try in this, and I think I had 9 from last year that they rotate.
Now, we've all heard that the race trail this year has been exceptionally kind, perhaps you could say. Just a really good trail, nice weather, cold, hard snow. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's been beautiful. You really can't ask for any better trail. There was a few rough spots, but anybody who's been around the Cusco would probably know that nothing worth complaining about. It was generally snow covered the entire way, and the Whitefish Loop was in pretty good shape also. Yeah, it's one for the books, trail-wise and weather-wise for sure.
And also one for the books, what I noticed, and fans probably noticed watching the GPS tracker, it was very tight for a very long way. I mean, the K300 is always highly competitive with the best mushers in the world coming out here to the Kuskokwim. But this year, you know, it took a long time for kind of some spreading of the teams in the field. You were just tight, you know, the first half of the race, everybody was just on top of each other.
Yeah, it's just a testament to the competition that comes out here, and dog teams are getting better and better, and there's more good dog drivers. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. I thought there could be 10 teams pulling in the Kuskokwim on their way down, you know, within minutes of each other. So, it finally started to sort itself out there on the way down from Kaiser a little bit, but there's still, you know, people are going to finish probably in like 20, 30 minutes for the whole rest of the morning and afternoon. So.
Did you tweak your race strategy at all?
I haven't ever done the 3 and 3 schedule, so I did that this year. That was a little different, but it's not a whole lot different. Slightly tweaked, I guess, but nothing major.
In terms of the spring for you, you won the K300 last year, you won the Iditarod. How will you now prepare for the Iditarod?
Oh, they're going to get a good chunk of time off now. The rest and recuperation is really important for them. So they're going to get about a week or 10 days off, and then we'll start our training and kind of build back up towards that good rod. But in general, most of the hard stuff's done.
Now, you mentioned that you had done an unusually large amount of snow machine training this year because of the conditions. It was a late winter freeze up here on the Kuskokwim, and then really cold sub-zero temperatures for a cold snap of 3 weeks or so, so that you were running the snow machine. Do you think you might continue that because it obviously worked out?
I hope not. No, it's not much fun training on the snow machine. I definitely prefer to be on the sled, but it's the safest option you have when it's icy. You can run a big team and you still have control. So I'm fortunate to be able to do that, but I'd prefer not to all the time.
And you know, Richie Deal and Matthew Failer are battling it out for second and third place. They've been kind of playing leapfrog. When was the last time you saw those guys?
In Kuskokwim. Yeah. That's hopefully that's maybe a neck and neck finish in here. That'd be cool. Richie had a great race, and really happy for him. And Matt had another great race too. So fun to mush around and enjoy with the people.
Well, congratulations so much on your 5th K300 win. That was Pete Kaiser, this year's K300 race champion.
Thank you.
For the last 6 years.
I like candy, so I don't care. Hey, Pete,
Yeah.
yeah.
One more hug, Pete. Good.
Pete, I gotta get a hug. Congratulations, Pete. We're so proud of you. Congratulations.
Group hug. Group hug.
Awesome. Congrats, Pete. I just want to say congrats. I don't know you, but thank you. Congratulations.
Glad to meet you. Attaboy, Pete.
Good.
I saw you in that picture curling set, and I was like,
Right.
Excuse
Sweet. Thanks. Good job. So proud of you.
Congratulations. Your dad.
Okay.
Nailed it, buddy.
You're here from Utah. This is my first experience with dog sled racing. I think it's awesome.
Hey, one for me.
Oh, okay.
Jody.
There he is. There he is.
Good.
Good morning.
Future musher.
I checked the thing and called Richie and I was like, he's right in front of you. And he's like, no, he's not. You know,
You didn't know that?
no, and then he turned his headlight off and I could see him.
You know, you were gaining the whole way.
Yeah.
Tractor showed you gaining. You gained.
Good job out there.
Congrats. Do you have time for a quick word with Channel 11? It was crazy back there.
That'd be kind of everybody from Georgia, so congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, John. How you doing?
How about with me?
Yeah, it'll just be quieter and better here. So just I mean, just your thoughts on how it went as a whole.
It was great. The weather and trail made it kind of over the top, and then the dog team performed as we had hoped and trained and planned for. So it all came together just right, and one of the nicer Kuskos I've run, just weather and trail wise. So to have a dog team like that to drive made it perfect.
Yeah. And as far as the competition on this race goes, they kept you on the move.
Yeah, I mean, it was, anybody who followed along saw how stacked it was up till the halfway, and then it slowly started to sort itself out. Yeah, there's no lack of talent and competition here. It was a tough one to pull off for sure.
Talk a little bit about your reception here.
Oh, this is becoming the norm. I'm extremely lucky to get this kind of reception in your hometown, and 5 different times now. Yeah, totally blessed, and it's awesome to share this with the community and see everybody get such a big kick out of it.
Do you feel a little bit of pressure and weight? Like there's an expectation now that you're going to be their guy?
Well, there's always that, but we just do the best we can every year, and after that, whatever it is, I guess.
Where does this set you up as far as your Iditarod training and expectations?
Well, it just proves we're on the right path with our training this year. So
I'm a champion. No big deal.
We'll give them a good break here, and then we'll regroup and finish out another month of training before Iditarod.
And what's kind of the difference between competing and winning with this race?
I don't know. There's just a fine line in this between being able to win something like this and not. I guess you can have a great race with a great dog team and still not be able to win. And it comes down to just very very small stuff, small fractions amount of speed. So I don't know. I'm very fortunate to be able to run it 5 times now.
If I wanted to. Okay, we're on video, so everybody say, "Go Team Kaiser!" One more time, louder! 1, 2, 3!